Okay, BMNR. You've probably seen that ticker symbol everywhere lately. You've felt the buzz, the hype. It seems like it's the only stock anyone is talking about right now. But what is the real story behind this sudden explosion? Let's break it down.
So yeah, why all the buzz? What is going on? We're going to get right into what's driving BMNR's price, why it's all happening right now, and try to figure out if this is the beginning of something huge or, just a bubble that's about to pop. All right, to really understand the whole BMNR phenomenon, you have to go back to the moment everything changed. Let's look behind the curtain.
The reason BMNR just blew up is pretty straightforward. Totally unusual market activity. The trading volume went through the roof, social media mentions just went vertical, and the whole mood of the market, the investor sentiment, it just flipped from kind of neutral to wildly bullish almost overnight.
But you got to ask, why this stock? Well, BMNR is in a sector that retail traders just love, especially when the rest of the market feels a little shaky. People are drawn to that promise of innovation, that massive growth potential, and let's be honest, that lottery ticket feeling of getting in on the ground floor. When a stock checks all those boxes, the attention can just catch fire.
So, we get that the sector is hot, but what are the specific sparks that are fueling this fire? It really all comes down to three key things, three momentum drivers, all working together in perfect sync.
Okay, so what are these drivers? First, a super powerful community. Second, a steady stream of good news. And third, a technical breakout on the charts that just looks, well, picture perfect. Let's start with that first one, the community.
First up, the community. You can't underestimate this part. BMNR investors are incredibly active online. They're sharing news, they're sharing analysis, they're sharing hype. And here's the thing you have to remember. Momentum stocks literally feed on attention. More talk leads to more buyers, which pushes the price up, which, you guessed it, creates even more talk. It's this powerful feedback loop, and it's all fueled by a serious case of FOMO, that fear of missing out. BMNR is a textbook case.
The second driver is actual, concrete news. This whole buzz isn't just happening in a vacuum. BMNR has been putting out a whole string of positive updates. We're talking new partnerships, performance that's better than anyone expected, and some smart strategic moves. For a stock like this, even one little piece of good news can be like throwing gasoline on a fire.
And finally, we have the third driver, the one that gets all the traders really excited, the technicals. BMNR's stock chart is showing a classic breakout pattern. What that means is the price smashed right through its old ceilings, or resistance levels, and it did it on incredibly high trading volume. For anyone who reads charts, that pattern is a massive green light. It's basically screaming that the stock could be heading way, way higher.
Okay, so all of this brings us to the big question, right? The one everyone is asking. Is BMNR just getting started, or is this thing already overhyped? Is it too late to get in on the action? Let's look at both sides of the coin here. The bull case is pretty simple. If the news keeps being positive and that community stays fired up, the price could absolutely keep climbing. But, and this is a big but, the risk is just as real. When a stock shoots up on hype, the fall can be just as fast and just as brutal if that attention suddenly goes somewhere else. And that really gets to the heart of the risk. There's a classic saying in the market for a reason. What goes up fast can come down even faster. That's the one thought that should be in the back of your mind when you're looking at a chart like BMNR's. So when you put all these different pieces together, how do we make sense of it all? Honestly, the best way to think about BMNR's recent explosion is as a perfect storm.
You know what a perfect storm is, right? It's when all these different forces collide at the exact same time to create something way bigger than any one part. For BMNR, the community buzz was like the wind, the positive news was the fuel, and that technical breakout on the charts, that was the spark that lit the whole thing up. Put them together, and you get the massive surge we've all been watching.
Look, nobody has a crystal ball. No one can possibly predict where BMNR goes from here. But what is absolutely clear is that this perfect storm has put it on the map for thousands and thousands of investors. And now everybody is just watching to see if the storm keeps going or if the clouds are about to break.
And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. As we see more and more stocks blow up just like this, driven by social media, by technical signals, by community, you have to start wondering, is this it? Is this combination of community, news, and technicals the new playbook for how stocks trend in today's market?